Good morning. I'm Melva and you're watching Stitching with Melva. This is my channel about cross stitch. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by, and if you're returning, thank you so much for seeing what I'm working on. Normally I am not behind the camera, I'm in front of the camera, but today my arm and shoulder and chest just hurt so much I knew that I wouldn't be able to lift all these whips up to show you. So hopefully it's okay for me to be behind the camera. It won't be a regular thing, but just for today, I thought that would work best. So I haven't done a video in a while. I was busy planning my mom's 90th birthday party, which we had on September long weekend, and she had a fantastic time, and then just things came up. So it's actually Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada, so I thought, oh, I better do it before everybody comes over and before my next video just shows way too many whips. So let's get started. I have a lot to show you. So this is a finish for me, When Witches Go Riding, and it's by Prairie Schooler. So I'm so happy that it's done. I was working on Halloween things every Friday, so that's been working really well for me. So I'm going to continue to work on Halloween whips every Friday. And then I also had a start and a finish, so this is going to be for my husband for Christmas. I just need to get it framed or maybe make it into a pillow. That might be better because we have so many framed cross stitch in our house already. It's kind of overwhelming. So this is Trophy Husband. Okay, and then we'll get into the whips. So this is a new start. Sorry about the glare. Let's see, that's a little bit better. So this is called Winter Reindeer, and it's a Gold Collection Dimensions kit. And I just started in the middle, so right on his butt there. This is on an 18 count Ada. I just used everything that was in the kit. Okay. And then I also worked on my Easter Fairy by Mirabilia. This also came as a kit, so it had everything in it. The beads, the hand-dyed floss, as well as the 32 count linen. And I got really far on her. I will pop in pictures of before and after if I have them. I'm not 100% sure if I do though. So what I do each month is I work on one of my fancy ladies, and I think in November I'll just bring her with me and finish her off, because I'm actually done all the stitching and all the back stitching, and I'm just actually doing the beading. So I'll be able to finish her up in November, and then I'll bring out another one of my fancy ladies to do for a week. And then I worked on Buttons and Beads, Which Way. And this is how far I got. Oh, that doesn't really help. Maybe it's better. Yeah, you can probably see it better that way. Now I actually bought one of those magnetic wooden frames to do it in, but I misunderstood and I got one too small, so I actually have another one on its way. So once that one comes, maybe I'll try it, and hopefully it's bigger, and then I can get a little bit more work done on this one, because there's still quite a bit of stitching to do, and then all the beading. Okay. And then I also worked on Ocean Song, and this is a Mill Hill kit, but instead of the paper, it's actually done on Ada. So this is how far I got on her. She's quite nice to work on, and there's a ton of beads, of course, because it's Mill Hill that goes with her. So I've been good and haven't started the beading, because sometimes I get too excited and just start the beading before I'm technically supposed to. Okay, and then every Saturday I work on my calendar. So this is all done on perforated paper. And I've already done the Tuesday, the number 1, but I'm changing all the colors. So I'm actually just working on the blank right now. And it is in hot pink and purple. So I've actually done all the circles and all the little flowers, so all I have to do is just fill it in with the pink. So that's just watching a movie and filling it in, so that shouldn't take me too long to do. Although it is full coverage, so it's going to take me longer than I think. And then also on Saturdays I work on another monthly. So this is my monthly flower ones, and I finished March. I was almost finished, and then I realized I'd made a huge mistake with this stalk here, so then the flower was way out here. So I had to rip out all of this, all of this, all of this, all of the flower, and this too. But I'm happy I did that because now it's actually right, because I didn't want it to have to fudge it so much that then it just looked awkward compared to the other ones. So now I'll start on April. Okay, and this is a new start as well. It's his and hers Thanksgiving stocking, and I wasn't expecting it to be done for Thanksgiving this year. I just wanted to start it. It's on 35 count, so I'm just doing it 1/1, and I started with the girl stocking. They are teeny tiny. I thought they would be a little bit bigger, but they're going to be teeny tiny, but super fun decorations to have once they're done. And it will be good for me because then once I get my bigger Christmas stockings done, I will have already done these small ones, so hopefully you don't mess up too much on them when I go to fully finish them. Okay, this is Every Child Matters. Now, I did want to finish this for the end of September for Truth and Reconciliation Day, but I just got burnt out on it, and then I was like, that's fine, I'll just have it ready for next year. So I did get really far on it, but then I just was like, I don't feel like stitching on it anymore, and I don't like when that happens, when you sort of get too exhausted and you're like, don't want to stitch anymore. So I was like, I'm just going to put it aside, and then it's on my to-do list for next year, and I'll just give myself lots of time, and I only really have like 3 more hands to do, so that should go easy enough. Okay. And then I worked on Priscilla, who is part of my pair of pilgrims. I got really far on her, and then I ran out of this color, Cider Mill Brown. But then this morning when I was getting ready for the video, I found Cider Mill Brown in another project that I had, so I was all excited. So I should be able to finish her up this month, and then they'll be ready, ready to be fully finished for next year. Okay, and this is another new start. It's Blessed Pillow, and I got really far on this, so I'm gonna just keep working on it. It's a super fun whip to do, and it actually uses Valdani threads, which I've never used before. They're very variegated and quite pretty, so I'm really enjoying that process. So I just have to finish Blessed and then the pumpkins at the bottom, and then I'll be done. It's actually bigger than I thought it would be, and I'm using the 32 count linen. I'm using Age Saffron. They suggested I think Weeks Dye Works, but it's 32, so I'm not sure. The pillow looks so tiny. Maybe they did it over 1, because mine's over 2 and it's gigantic, so they probably did it over 1. Okay, so now we're sort of on to plans and some other things that I've switched up in my routine. So on Thursdays, I've decided that I'm going to stitch Christmas whips, just because I want to make sure that I get to them, and it was so successful to do Halloween on Friday, so I thought Christmas on Thursday would work. So I haven't done any work on this yet, but I want to get working on this. It's Christmas time, so I have the little clock to put it in, and that's where I'm starting from. So still a lot to go, but I'm not planning to do all of the motifs because I find it a little bit too busy. So I'm just more wanting to do the numbers. I'll bring this back here. I don't think I'm going to do all the leaves, but I'll see. I'm definitely not going to do these snowflakes. I just find that's too much. So I might do that one, but definitely not that one. And this is on 30 count, and I'm just doing it 1/1, so it's teeny tiny, so it fits into the clock. And then I've been working on Santa of the Forest, which I'm absolutely in love with this one. And this is, oh, it's too far down. There, you can see it a little bit better. And that's how far I've been working. I just started doing this on Thursday, so I kind of jump all over the place. I was working really hard on his beard, but then I was like, oh, I kind of want to do some colors now. So he's looking amazing. And I started this series, which is Vintage Cat. It has 4 in the series, and it has like a little charm that goes with it too. So I'm almost done. This one, I just have to do the fill-in, and then there is some back stitching on the cat. So these stitched up really fast, and they're super sweet. So yeah, I'm going to continue to work on that on a Friday. And then also on Friday, I've been working on Sleepy Hollow. And they've done it in 3 parts here, but I'm going to do it all as one. And this is where I'm at. So you probably can't tell on the video, but this color of gray is different from this color. This one's a little bit darker and brighter. And so I made some mistakes here, so I had to rip all of that out, and I had to redo this part too. So then I ran out of that thread that I had, and now I think I'm just going to have to match it, because in person you can tell that they're 2 different grays, and I'm certainly not going to rip all of this out again. So I'll have to just take it to the store and try and figure out what gray suits it. I'm not sure if I was using DMC or CXC thread. I'm thinking I might have used CXC thread, and sometimes it's not an exact match, so that's what I'm a little bit worried about. So I've just moved on to the tree here, because I was like, I don't want to think about that anymore. So okay, and then on Sundays I work on my stocking and a nativity figurines. This is the shepherd. This is how far I've gotten. And I think I'm going to put him aside for a bit and work on another nativity thing. I'm just getting, again, a little bit burnt out from these nativity figurines. There's lots of like easy parts, and then, you know, when you're doing their face or their hand, it's very detailed and a lot of quarter stitches, and you really have to concentrate. So I think I just need a break from them and then get back to them. And this is my stocking I've been working on, the I Love Santa stocking. So I haven't really been doing any more cross stitching on it, but I did do a lot of back stitching. So I back stitched all of this. I've been working on him. He's all done now. He's all done. This is all done. His boots are done, and this part is done. So, and I think I'm going to put him aside for a little bit, just because, again, I'm getting a little bit burnt out. I'm working on him every week. So I've pulled out a different one, which I'll show in a moment. So instead of working on the nativity figurines, I'm going to be working on this nativity, which has Bethlehem, the the shepherds, and then the 3 kings. I actually can't find the pattern right now. Like, I know kind of where it is, but I wasn't able to find it right away. So it's on 18 count Aida. So I think that will be a nice break from doing the nativity figurines, because this is very simple. It's on Aida. So I think I'll do that for a little bit and see if I can get, you know, one done, like get some really good progress on this, and then maybe bring out the nativity figurines again. Okay, so instead of my stocking, I'm going to work on my husband's stocking, which is Holiday Glow. This is a dimensions kit, and I switched out the fabric. So it's still 14 count Aida, but it's a much nicer Aida. It's nice and soft and much nicer to work with. So here's my starting point. I'm just working on bottom of Santa's coat here. Okay. And then also this month, because we're just kind of in the middle of the month, I have 2 more projects that I'm going to be working on. This first one is Give Thanks for All Things. And there's my starting point. I really enjoy working on this one. It's quite fun. And then the last one I'm going to be working on is my chopping maul. Sorry, I'm moving the camera around a lot, but I just want to make sure things are in frame. And this is my starting point. So this Chucky needs to be ripped out because he is 1 stitch off. So I need to, he's actually not touching the floor, and so that's why there's this mess there. But I'll just do him a little at a time and just continue on. Okay, so that's all the things that I'm going to be working on and have worked on. Sorry, I just need to take a drink of water. Kind of parched here. So now I have a lot of haul to show you. So if you don't like haul, I can't imagine why someone wouldn't like haul, but to each their own. I have a lot because I actually went to a stitching retreat just for the day, and she owns a shop, so we were able to go to the shop and buy some things, so that was super fun. So I bought, not at her store, but this is probably from 123 Stitch or Everything Cross Stitch. I don't know, I buy from both of them, so I'm not sure which is which. So this is Shannon Christine Kiss Me. So cute. And then I got the Easter one called Peep Peep. And then Halloween Pals. I just like the vintage look to this. This is so much fun. And then It's Always Tea Time. Okay, and then I got Ink Circles April with the bunnies. And then I got a couple more Bent Creek ones. This is Lucky. and this one is Gertie Gobble. And then I got 28 count white Lugana, which is pretty boring, but I needed it for one of my projects. Sorry, there's going to be some crinkling. And then I got part of the series, they're tarot cards with cats, so it's like, well, obviously I need to have that in my life. So the Emperor, the Empress, and the Fool. And then lastly, I got some Mill Hill kits, and oh, everything's falling. Mill Hill kits and some Satsuma Street kits. So I really wanted these for a while. These are the Mediterranean Santas. So this one is Vineyard Santa. This one is Olive Harvest. And this one is Lemon Grove. Then I got the Mill Hill Autumn Harvest. It's so cute. And I got Snowman with Cocoa. This is a Jim Shore one. And then I got two of the Down Under Santas. So this is Koala Santa. And this is Kangaroo Santa. And then the two Satsuma Street ones, I got Fungi and Benny Bones. So that's it today. Sorry it was so fast, but again, like I said, I'm not feeling that great, so I wanted to make sure I got this done. I am going to be participating in the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch next weekend, so I'm thinking I might do some videos on that again so you can see what I'm working on. But feel free to leave me a comment in the comments so we can have a little chit chat, and I will try and get back on in November so we don't have to go through so many whips next time. So I hope you have a great day. If you're in Canada, please have a safe and peaceful Thanksgiving weekend. Bye now.